Welcome. Today we are settled into a nook on an island in Esplanade Bay of Golden, British Columbia. On this chilly autumn morning, our practice will consist of a full-body Vinyasa Flow. So grab your mat, grab your water bottle, and let's get started. Let's begin seated at the back of our mats, sitting on top of our feet as we begin with some spinal twists. Inhale, arms begin to reach up towards the sky. On the exhale, the right arm begins to reach for the back of the mat. Taking a nice, subtle spinal twist. Inhale, now switching sides, left arm reaches for the back of the mat. Let's do this once more to each side. Inhale, arms reach up and switch back over to the right, reaching as far as you can. Inhale, reaching up and over. Exhaling, reaching down to the left. Releasing the spine, coming back into neutral. Arms reach up with a nice deep inhale. Now on the exhale, tilt the head to the right side and gently push on the top of the head with the right hand, creating space in between the neck and the left shoulder. Stretching out the neck, gently beginning to warm up before we head into our Vinyasa practice. Release, inhale, arms come up. Now switching the head over towards the left side, gently pulling the head down with the left hand. Now creating space along the right side of the neck and the shoulder. Beautiful. Now release. Reach ahead of you as if you're going to grab something. Flexing the right hand. Grab the top of the fingers with the left and gently pull it back, stretching out the right wrist, as we will be doing a lot of work on our hands today. And then flip the palm down on the right hand and pull it towards the body. Beautiful. Release the hands and switch, now pulling the left flexed hand, stretching out that left wrist. Great work. Flipping the left hand and pressing the palm in towards the chest. Now begin to open and close the hands, spreading the fingers wide. Great job. Pushing out of the knees, coming into a tabletop position. Extend the left arm up towards the sky. With the exhale, fold the elbow and place the arm towards the right side of the mat, bending the right elbow. You may extend the right leg out towards the right side if you would like an extra challenge in this thread and needle position. This is a great stretch for the left shoulder and the right hamstring and hip flexor. Release, coming back into neutral, unfolding and bringing that right leg back in. Inhale, right arm reaches up. With the exhale, bending the elbow, folding it through towards the left side. And then extending the left leg out towards the side if you would like, and bending the left elbow. Play with this position You may want to be on top of your shoulder in different areas to be able to really feel it. The head just gently rests. There's no tension in the face or jaw. Slowly begin to unfold, bringing the left leg back in towards the mat, into tabletop position. Allow the hips to fall down towards the mat as if in going into upward facing dog, and then push the tailbone back towards the feet, coming into a child's pose, circling the hips, going in a counterclockwise motion, pushing them down towards the mat with an inhale, and on the exhale, tailbone to feet. Let's do this once more. Inhale, hips to mat. Exhale, sending the tailbone back towards the feet. Now let's start the circles in the other direction. Inhale, hips fall towards the mat. Exhale, tailbone to feet, now moving in a clockwise motion. Inhale, hips thrust forward. Exhale, the back concaves, and we land in our child's pose, Balasana. Feeling a nice stretch along the shoulder blades. Begin to tuck the toes under, and when you're ready, pushing out of the shoulders, extending the knees into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walking it out, bending each knee, extending the other, coming up to your tiptoes. Letting those hamstrings wake up a little bit. And then find stillness in your downward dog, whether it be knees bent or legs extended. Begin to pick up the right foot off of the mat, coming into three-legged dog. Slowly begin to transfer the weight onto the shoulders and hands, coming into plank position, Phalakasana, keeping the foot off of the ground. Then sending the weight back into one-legged dog. Pushing the foot up as high as you can, and then bending the right knee, stepping in between your hands. Bring the body up as the arms reach up to the sky, moving into Virabhadrasana, Warrior 1. The back left foot is fully turned out and touching the mat. Feel free to strengthen your position by moving the left foot a bit outward to the left side of your mat. The arms swing open, left arm to the back, right arm to the front, keeping a nice low lunge. Feeling the burn in the right leg. Deepen it as you breathe. And then reach the left hand down towards the left calf. Right arm comes up. Reversed warrior. Viparita Vihadrasana. Inhale, reaching back into warrior 2. We're going to pick up the left foot and step it up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. And on your exhale, begin to dive forward. Arms come back. And then grab your ankles, hips or thighs into your forward fold. Knees are bent. Feel free to play around in this position. Wake up those hamstrings. Place your hands on the mat. Step, hop, or jump into plank pose. Lowering the knees, chest to the chin. Pushing up through the hands, extending the elbows into upward facing dog. Only coming up as far as your body allows. We don't want to strain or pull any muscles. Open your chest. Now tuck your toes, bending the knees, and then extending them as you push the tailbone upwards towards the sky into downward facing dog. Maybe your knees are still bent here, and that is okay. Begin to peel the left foot off the mat, sending it up towards the clouds. into one-legged dog. Transfer the weight onto the hands, coming into one-legged plank, Vinyasa. Then sending the tailbone back into one-legged dog. Reaching as high as you can, then begin to bend the left knee, bringing it in towards your hands, stepping through. Arms reach up, and then the right foot relaxes onto the mat. Warrior 1. Once again, to strengthen your position, feel free to take that right foot and bring it to the outer edge of the right side of the mat. Opening up our warrior into warrior 2, the right arm swings over to the back as the left arm reaches forward. Remember to breathe here and deepen your lunge with each exhale. Reversing the warrior, right arm reaches for the back calf, for back thigh, left arm reaches up. You are strong and you are powerful. Now with grace, allow the left arm to fall forward as the right arm swings back up and you meet in warrior 2 position. Picking up the right foot, meeting it to the left at the front of your mat. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, and take your version of Vinyasa as you dive forward into forward fold. Come up halfway with a flat back. Exhale, hands touch the mat. Step hop or jump into plank position. Now take your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin down towards your mat, then pushing up through upward facing dog. Tucking the tailbone under and sending it back towards your feet, coming back into your child's pose. Regaining your breath, resetting your system, and taking this moment to relax. Slowly begin to roll up. And once you come into a seated position on your feet, reach the arms up as you take a deep breath in. Now on your exhale, reach the right arm down towards the back of your mat. The left hand stays up towards the sky as you push out of your hips, thrusting them forward, stretching the back. Now release. As you exhale, switch over to the other side. Left arm meets the ground, right arm reaches overhead as you push the hips forward and stretch the back. Exhale, bringing the body back over to the other side, lifting up with an inhale. Exhale. Let it all go. Breathing in, going as far as you can. Exhale, release. Inhale, push. Release. Once more, inhale, pushing the hips forward as far as they can go. And now, if possible, bring the right hand down to meet the right ankle. Once you find your grip, bring the left hand towards the left ankle as you relax the head back in camel pose. Remembering to breathe, staying in the present moment. Now slowly come out of the position, sitting back onto our knees. As we inhale, let's come into tabletop position, tucking the toes under, then pushing up into downward facing dog. Try to find stillness in your dog this time. How far can you get your heels down to the mat? Slowly begin to peel the right foot off of the mat, sending it up towards the sky in one-legged dog. Then bending the knee and bringing the knee down towards your right elbow and sending the toes towards the left elbow. Trying to extend the left leg back as much as possible as you sit into this pigeon pose. If you find full pigeon puts too much stress on your glute and hip flexor, you may sit onto that right glute and bend the left knee in, taking some tension and some stress away from the posture. If you do choose to take a full pigeon, remember to square off the hips, starting with a flat back, taking a deep inhale in, and on the exhale, begin to lower the body down towards the mat. The neck and the head releases as the third eye touches the mat, and you begin to feel grounded. This is a great stretch for the right hip flexor and left psoas muscle. You may even feel this in your glute. So just send your breath to those areas where you feel the most dis-ease. Try to focus on the breath and not the pain. Although if this does feel a little bit too tense for you, I invite you to go back into child's pose and join us again when you feel ready. Beautiful work. Take one last deep breath in this position. As you breathe out, begin to walk the body back up. Being gentle with yourself, rolling onto the right glute and swinging the left leg around to the front, placing the left foot over beside your right knee. Inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, right elbow reaches for the left knee and pushes it towards the right side. Left hand reaches for the back of the mat as you breathe deeply in the seated twist. Fingers are extended on that right hand. Feel the energy moving through you. It may not feel like you are doing much in this position, but you are working wonders for your lower back. Doing a quick body scan as you sit here. Are both of your sit bones touching the mat? Are your hips square? On your next exhale, begin to unwind from this position, releasing the right elbow. Reaching the right hand down towards the left foot. Then begin to extend the left knee. Reaching for that left foot with both hands now. Maybe you reach for the calf or the thigh, the ankle, wherever your placement feels comfortable today, while trying to keep a nice flat back. Great job. See if you can pull that leg up just a little bit higher and then slowly release it back down to the ground. Send the left leg towards the back of the mat once more, tucking the toes under, planting the hands on the mat in front of you. Begin to push the tailbone back as you send the right foot up into the air. Three-legged dog. Inhale, weight shifts into one-legged plank. Exhale, send it back into three-legged dog. On the inhale, begin to bend the right knee, placing the foot in between the hands, and then coming up into warrior one, planting that left foot down on the mat, and reaching the hands up towards the sky. Hips are straight. Exhale, The hips rotate open towards the front left corner of the mat. Send the left hand towards the back of the mat, right arm reaching forward in your strong warrior 2. Now inhale, flipping the warrior, reaching the right hand back towards the sky. Left hand is placed on the calf or thigh. Exhale, moving back through warrior 2, and then stepping the left foot up towards the front of the mat. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, diving down into your forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway, flat back. Exhale, planting the hands. Hop, step, or jump into plank position. I invite you to take a Chaturanga Dandasana or your version of Vinyasa, and let's meet back in downward facing dog. Beautiful. See how close you can get those heels towards your mat, keeping a flat back, tailbone facing the sky. Inhale, picking up the left foot and sending it up into the air, one-legged downward dog. Exhale, bending the knee into the chest, and then placing the left knee to left wrist, left foot to right wrist, setting yourself up for your version of pigeon pose. Either sitting onto that left glute and bending the right knee in, or squaring off the hips and then lowering the body down onto the floor. Pushing your thoughts away, focusing on the breath and the position you're in. Be present in this moment. If you find you are activating a muscle, your glute or your hamstring, take a deep breath in, then on the exhale, let it go, release that tension. Do you feel relieved? Acknowledge the feeling and set it free. Inhale. Begin to crawl yourself back up, sitting onto the left glute, then swinging the right leg around, placing the right foot beside the left knee. Inhaling, reaching up. Then on the exhale, left elbow meets the right knee, right hand reaches towards the back of the mat. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Sitting up straight. Actively pushing through the hips. Wonderful. Begin to unwind yourself from the twist, reaching the hands down towards the right foot and slowly extending the leg. Grabbing the calf or wherever feels comfortable. Inhale, breathing the air deep into the lungs, and as you exhale, pulling the leg closer in towards your chest. See how far you can bring that leg in, and then release, bend the knee, swing the right leg around towards the back of your mat, tucking the toes under, planting the hands, and then sending the tailbone back up towards the sky into downward facing dog. Legs are as straight as you can make them. And on your inhale, lifting up the right foot, coming into one-legged plank, Ekapada Flakasana. and then sending it back into one-legged downward dog. Bending the knee, bringing it into the chest and stepping in between the hands. Arms come up, reaching up towards the sky. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 position. Taking a nice deep breath, make sure you're not holding on to anything. With the exhale, we open up our warrior into Warrior 2. Slowly reaching the right hand down towards the front of the mat. Slowly bringing that left foot up into the air, keeping a slight bend with the right knee in the supporting leg. Left hand is reaching up into the air and left foot is flexed, half moon position. Think as though you are pushing off of a wall with your left foot. Trying to make a T position with the body. You may look down towards your hand on the mat or look up towards the sky. However you can keep your balance. On your next inhale, bring the left hand down along with the left foot, stepping back into plank position, and then on the exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, reaching the left foot up this time, moving the weight forward into one-legged plank, and then pushing back into downward facing dog once more. Bending the knee, stepping in between the hands, and as you inhale, arms reach up towards the sky into Warrior 1. With the exhale, the hips open up towards the right corner of the mat into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Now bending the left knee a little bit more, reaching the left hand down towards the mat. Right foot and right hand reach up into the air. Now feeling as though you're pushing off a wall with the right foot, trying to keep a T position with the body. Feel free to adjust as you move through this position. Engaging the core, focusing the eyes on one object to keep balance. You're doing an amazing job. Keep going, keep breathing. Taking one more deep breath, and as you exhale, the right hand reaches for the ground as well as the right foot, stepping back into Flakasana, plank position, lowering the body down towards your mat, moving through upward facing dog with an inhale, opening up the shoulders. Now with an exhale, pushing the tailbone back towards the heels as we move into Balasana, child's pose. Taking this time to reset, you may move the knees out to the outer edges of your mat if that feels more comfortable, allowing the chest to sink deeper down towards the mat. How are you feeling in this position? Now when you are ready, slowly begin to roll up, moving into a seated position, and then make your way in towards the middle of your mat. Gently settle into easy pose with your legs crossed. We are now moving into our last couple of asanas as we end our class. Grabbing the bottoms of the feet and bringing them together. Squaring off the sit bones. Moving into butterfly pose. We don't want to have the feet in towards too close to the hips. We want to make more of a diamond shape, so pull the feet out a little bit more. Inhale, try to keep a straight back. Reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, begin to reach forward down towards the ground. Relaxing the head, relaxing the jaw muscles. taking this time to breathe into this position. With each exhale, your hip flexors release a little more. Allow gravity to pull your knees down towards your mat. See if you're able to walk your hands out a little bit further, allowing the chest to fall down. Now slowly begin to roll the body up. Wonderful job. Closing the knees in and windshield wiping them side to side, giving our hip flexors a little rest before we move into our last asana. Grabbing each calf or ankle and then slowly moving the feet out towards the sides of the mat, coming into straddle or dragonfly position. Feet can be relaxed here or flexed if you'd like the extra hamstring stretch. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching forward, hands down towards the ground. Trying to keep a nice straight back. Feel the energy shooting from the tailbone out of the head. Bending from the hips and not the upper back. This position is always challenging as you first get into it, but as you breathe and send the breath down towards the hip flexors and the knees, down through the hamstrings, you allow your body to loosen. Slowly but surely, your chest will fall closer down towards the mat. Easy to feel frustrated when you don't feel comfortable in the pose, but don't give up. Take the time to thank yourself for doing these postures and allowing yourself to feel the benefits. Beautiful. Slowly begin to roll up. And then gently fold the knees back in towards the chest, giving yourself a great big hug, rocking side to side if that feels nice. Now sitting back into easy pose with the legs crossed. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, grabbing all the pranic energy you've created in this beautiful Vinyasa flow. Exhale, releasing the hands down towards your sides. Let's do this again. Inhale, reaching up, collecting your beautiful energy. Now as you exhale, the hands fall down towards your third eye, then into your heart in prayer position. Feeling that pranic energy inside of you once more. The internal natural rhythm of your heartbeat. We are all divine beings having a human experience. We all have struggles, and we are all trying to navigate ourselves through this experience. So be forgiving. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, they fall down towards your third eye, and you bow down to your heart. Thank you all for joining me on your mat today. Sending you love and light. Namaste.